Now, the budget is in the custody of the lawmakers and they are expected to start working on it with this early presentation. Well, in court, the country hopes to revert to the January to December budget calendar. A lot of work needs to be done, no doubt, which also requires a good communication among the arms of government. Well, tonight, let's give you a benefit of what has happened so far today, and as we break down the figures and look into the politics of it today. Senator Enang is the President's Assistant on National Assembly. He joins us from our Abuja studio, and downtown Lagos is the Chief Executive of Financial Derivatives, a friend of the house here, and economics, Bismarck Rewani. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program. Tonight, let's start with you, Senator Enang. It looks so much like a day a lot of people will be looking towards the presidency. A budget of consolidation. The first one was a budget of change. The second one was a budget of growth and recovery. And this time around, the budget of consolidation. But it looks so much that some lawmakers may not be well impressed by today's presentation. What's your take?
I will know which area the lawmakers are not impressed, because my interaction with the distinguished senators and all the lawmakers in the House of Representatives shows that they appreciate Mr. President's presentation, the details provided, and the appraisal of the implementation of the 2018 budget. Most members were a little apprehensive that the 2017 budget is almost coming to an end, and not much is seen because they assumed that it was a one-year budget. But don't forget that this budget was was assented to on the 12th of June, and so we've only done 5 months of the implementation. So the level of implementation we are talking about now is a 5-month implementation. And as much as was realized, you know, from January to this year. So, I mean, the lawmakers are impressed. I'm conscious.
If I quickly bring you back into what happened on the day on the House of Representatives, when lawmakers were saying no, 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 when the Speaker of the House was reading the letter written to the National Assembly. And today, again, we also have some lawmakers, perhaps one of them from Lagos, saying that they plan to protest the implementation of the 2017 budget. And their fears is that the 2018 budget might be clumsy in terms of the timeline.
Now, there is nothing going to be clumsy about it. And there were these story in the media that the National Assembly, that some lawmakers were planning to protest. But it did not come to be because they had concerns. These concerns were addressed. Their concerns were not just, a lot of people say, look, it's implementation of the constituency project. No, that is not the concern of the lawmakers. The concern of the lawmakers is implementation of the budget. And the zonal intervention and so on is part of the budget. And these things are not going to be implemented for the lawmakers. It's going to be implemented in Nigeria, in the different places in Nigeria. So they were just rightly concerned. And we had a duty, and we did that, very well. Mr. President had a dinner, had lunch, with respect, with the leadership. A lot of things were explained to them. Questions were asked and answered. The Secretary of Government came with our team, led our team, and we had the discussion and courtesy on the Senate President and the Speaker. Then the different ministers were briefing the different committee chairmen and the committees on the level of implementation, telling them that most of these projects have been procured. And don't forget, like I said, the budget was assented to on the 12th of June. It takes about 3 months to procure. And after that, the first awards are just being done now. So all of them were really fully appraised of the situation, and any anxiety were fully addressed. So when Mr. President came in, he was welcomed with thunderous applause by the lawmakers, and every aspect of the speech was welcomed and received with thunderous applause. And of course, the leadership of the National Assembly, His Excellency the President of the Senate and His Excellency the Speaker, they all made very frank statements, which in Mr. President's written address, these issues were already addressed. And so the members were happy that the President, the Presidency, the Executive is at one with the legislature. So there was no anxiety about a possible protest because any issue which required explanation had been done. And the lawmakers are right to ask questions because it is their duty to ask questions. It is the duty of the executive to answer the questions